Hey, I'm Mindy Kniss. This is the Daily Rage. After a couple super wonky days, in other words, a ton of wick, lots of indecision, we had a really solid day today in the indexes to close out the week. So I was absolutely delighted to see that. Let's update our targets. We did crash through both of those high side targets, so that's awesome. Before we go up to this one, this is the Dow or the micro Dow, by the way. I'm gonna hold it about here. So cloud-ish. What I'm gonna be watching for is can it break through this cloud? If so, your next target would be 42,844, followed by 43,147. If for some reason next week it starts falling back down, there may still be another pullback before we actually get through the cloud to the high side. So in that case, our targets would be here and here. But so far, it's looking really solid to the upside, so I would focus on that. We did take out our first target, but not yet the second one on the S&P or the micro S&P, so that one can stay where it is. We'll bump this one up to here. That's also right in alignment with that cloud where it might run into it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. As for the low side, let's go here and right about there. Micro NASDAQ is looking amazing. Of course, he's work on the bigger contracts as well. The charts are basically the same other than slight variations for volume. But this would be your next target up. We did take out this one. So heading higher than that would be right about there. And at that same point, we'd be exiting the cloud because it might take a couple days to get up there. So again, a lot of potential once it crosses this 2531-ish area. As for the short side, let's do a little of that and a little, man, that day was so crazy. M2K or the Russell, that's good for the first one. Let's move this one up to here. And again, we're going to want to watch what happens when we head up to that cloud area. But again, really solid day. It actually had the best day of the indexes, 2.27% up. That's not bad. So for the low side targets, let's just kind of stair step these down like so. But again, I would focus on the upside. Micro Bitcoin, we did take out that first target to the high side, so that's cool. At least there was some movement. Like we got above the cloud and then we kind of got stuck in this consolidation. So yesterday was pretty hot. Today, not so much, but we did make a higher high, so that's cool, like progress. We'll just have to see if we can sustain it. So I'm just going to move that up here just because there is still quite a bit of space. There's no resistance there up to that next target around 101,513. So we're just gonna wait. We're gonna be patient. We're gonna see what happens. All right, that's good there. Let's move this up here. Moving on to micro ETH, which still just looks miserable compared to Bitcoin. Okay, in this case, we're still below the cloud, and we also got stuck in that same consolidation. Didn't have very much of a recovery yesterday. I mean, we did get a higher high. Okay, cool. We did bust through that first target, so yay, let's just bump that up slightly. We're gonna have to get back there before we can get up here, and we're still below the cloud. So this one just doesn't look so good. The rest can stay as they are. Oh man, look at gold. Okay, so doji on the day after a big move down yesterday. Today we were just kind of trying to figure things out. You can see though that we ended here yesterday and then gapped up to here. So it like made an attempt at recovering. It just couldn't do it very well yet. You know, as the indexes are rising higher, people are not going to be as committed to gold as the safety mechanism. So likely, in that we are already below the turning line and just about at that standard line, we were kind of held up by that today. Obviously, we'll have to see what happens next week, but parabolic SAR is also up here indicating a downward direction. I wouldn't be surprised if it does drift slightly lower. In that case, this would be your first target. Let's get this one down here. It's pretty close, but we'll keep it because the next one down is like way down. So just FYI, there's no support all the way down to there. As for your high side targets, let's kind of just box in yesterday's candle just because it was such a beautiful range. And then we'll go for that high point here. for target 2 to the high side. But again, I wouldn't necessarily count on that unless something really bad happens with the indexes, then everyone will rush back to gold. As for silver, it's also having a little bit of a hard time. We did take out our short target yesterday. And what was the low today? 32.12. Oof. So we were just right in the vicinity of today's low. What we can do is bring this down approximately with the standard line, bring our target 2 to the short side down even further because we are below the daily cloud and pretty solid range today. So I'm just going to fence it in so we can kind of wait and see what happens. This would be target 2 to the high side. Micro copper or copper looks a little bit better. We did take out our low side targets, so congrats to all of you who took those trades. This is going to be your new target 1 to the short side. This will be target 2 on this big spike down right there. As for high side targets, let's see if we can get back to that turning line. And then we'll go for that one up there. We'll wrap it up with a little micro crude. We definitely took out those short side targets, so yay. If you took those, that's some pretty obvious support right there and right there for targets 1 and 2 to the short side. As for the high side, let's go a little turning line action. And then again, kind of just stair step this up. That'll be target 2 to the high side, but it does need to figure out what it is doing. As a heads up, Vicky's live trading room starts on Monday morning, so in just a few days. What you're going to want to do is grab this on-demand course as soon as possible so that you can go through it this weekend so you actually know what's going on when you show up to the live room on Monday. The course is all ready for you. It's on demand. You can watch this presentation, see if it's the next best step in your trading career. If it is, click Get Access. You will get immediate access to the class. Definitely make sure to use this coupon code Mindie, M-I-N-D-I-E, because that's going to save you an additional 50% off as a thank you for being a member of the Daily Rage community. So you do have just a few days to lock that in. I'm Mindie Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.